All right, so footlocks, straight footlocks, are something I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with because most submissions in jiu-jitsu are sort of designed, if obviously if the person doesn't tap, to actually do some kind of damage. And with most straight footlocks, they're mostly a pain move, right? Now, I'm not saying that you can't do a straight footlock and break bones in the feet and break bones. I've actually seen guys shin bones break, but it's low percentage. It doesn't happen all that often. Now, there are ways of making the straight footlock work to where we can actually torque the ankle and actually cause some damage. Mostly when we're footlocking from like outside and then the foot's on top. So we're like an outside ashi and the foot's on top, because I can stuff this through, get a real shallow grip on his ankle. And then what I'm doing is I'm hugging down low and I'm twisting. And what that actually does is that actually turns the foot like a toe hold. So instead of extending it this way, we're twisting the foot inside, just like when you roll your ankle playing basketball, right? So that's one way we can actually make that footlock work to where it actually does do damage if they don't tap. But what I wanted to look at specifically is if we accept the fact that the normal footlock is for the most part a pain move. I'm not saying all the time. I know somebody's going to make comments, well, Hector Lombard's on steroids. I too have seen Hector Lombard bust somebody's shin in half with a straight footlock, but we're not all made like Hector Lombard. We can't all do that. I've seen people hurt some bones in the feet. I'm saying that for the most part, straight footlocks are a pain move. They're a compliance move. Put it on, it hurts, you tap, but you don't see people get hurt with it that often. You don't see bones in the feet break that often. So if we accept the fact that for the most part, footlocks are a pain move, what is the best way to do a straight footlock and inflict the most amount of pain? In my opinion, this is the best way. Now, if any of you have seen John Danaher's latest video on how he shows ashigarami, it's one of the best ways to do it. So instead of my foot being in the middle and it hugging the hip down here, the shoelaces or the top of my foot is actually underneath his opposite leg. This foot is on the hip, and then everything pinches together. And the reason for this is because if my foot is under his hip, like is traditionally taught, if my heel's off the floor, he can actually go back. He can actually reach down in here with both hands and grab my heel. Just grab my heel with both hands and pull straight out. Tap. There's a heel hook right there. Right? It's called an empty heel hook because there's no leg attachment. If I attach it to this far side and I pinch, it keeps that from happening. Okay. So now, there's also the variation where we take the foot out and we step on the hip. I like this a lot because it gives me additional sort of drive and push. So it's sort of a modified outside ashigarami. So instead of it being out here, we're putting it actually on the hip. We're pinching our knees together. And then as I do the footlock, I would be driving and extending. Okay. Now, the grip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the inside hand. I'm going to put it on his shin. Okay. And it's like I'm doing a push-up off of his shin. Right. So I'm getting it deep in the armpit. I'm doing a push-up off of his shin, and then I'm rolling this grip through to here, right? Now that we're loading pressure the entire time we do this. My knees pinch. I shouldn't even be able to get my nose to the mat. That's the next move, as I would be rolling. But it's so tight, there's no way, right? And if I'm in the traditional grip, right, look how much further I can go. But if we load pressure, like getting it in deep, putting our hand, right, driving pressure like we're doing a push-up, rolling this through, look at his face, it's already tight. Now I tie my elbow to the inside, I can't even get to the floor. So the motion without him, like say the guy's just like stupid tough or stupid and just doesn't want to tap, right? I'm here, I push, roll. I've got my feet the way I want. I would collapse my elbow underneath myself. I would roll till my face is on the floor, and then I'm extending. Okay. I think this is the tightest grip for the standard straight footlock. And the cool part is you can even be high. You can even be up on the calf, right? Doesn't matter. I mean, it's better, obviously, to be lower. I increase my chances of breaking something. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'll do this high just for an example. Now, also keep in mind, sometimes when you're doing straight footlocks, we'll hit the position, we'll get to ashigarami, however you prefer to do it, and we'll get here, and then it becomes really, really, really tough to wrap this because I'm sitting on my elbow. Take your other hand, go underneath, and use that to lift. That gives me the slack, my hand shot straight through. If I'm just trying to dig, even if it's up here, I can't get it through. But if I go underneath and lift, that hand shoots straight through. Right? Now I'm loading pressure. So I'm pushing all my weight and wrapping. It's already super tight. Right? All I'm trying to do right here is essentially this. Just that motion is making it tap. So let me show you just for preference. The cool thing about this grip is even if I'm on the calf, it's still awful. If I'm here, I mean, I can make him tap, but I really got to put some oomph on it. Right? So that figure 4 grip, what we're not doing is this and then going to our side and finishing. Okay? Because we didn't load any pressure onto the leg. Okay? So we hit our ashigarami position, however you guys prefer to do it. Okay? This is sort of the Danaher method. I actually like this better because I feel like I can put more pressure through into the foot. Okay? So I'm here and I cross. Right now, this opposite arm goes through and I lift to shoot that foot through, or that hand through, excuse me. This hand goes to the leg and I'm pushing. Right? I'm pushing. Now notice this time I'm doing it the full swing. Right? I'm lifting my hips up off the floor and wrapping that through. Right? From here now I can extend, and I'm extending with my leg and I'm looking at the back wall. Awful. That should feel like your ankle is going to explode. Okay?